I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars.
Now then, I think it's safe to say we are in considerably better health than we were a week ago.
Yeah, we were subpar, shall we say?
You could say that. Yeah, operating in a mode of only semi-functional.
Yes.
And yes, but that's mostly gone now. And
yeah, we're all right. I mean, to be fair, last week's when I chopped it up and sent it on its way, it was all right.
Apart from being a bit nasally, I think we were all right.
Yeah. No bother at all. Yeah.
I think we were okay. But this does lead us to nobody's favourite time of the week, Two Truths, One Lie.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
now, I'm firing them at you again this week.
Yeah. The back and forth continues.
There's kind of everything to play for again, isn't there?
Yeah, because we've done... it's just every week we seem to go, right, I get 2 ahead, and then you go, right, you get your point, so we're back to 1 ahead. So that cycle has continued for a little while now. So
it has now, and yeah,
we're 13-12 this week with you, like you said, with you firing at me.
You thought we'd write the score down, wouldn't you? Really, but we don't.
We don't, but I remembered it. We're all right.
We leave it to our ridiculous memories. But yes, my turn to fire 3 statements at you, and I think I have 3 good ones.
Okay. I mean, we just don't know.
No, there is absolutely no way to tell, is there? That's the fun of this game, is that you just don't know. You can have a lucky guess. The other person can just happen to know some obscure fact that you thought was going to be really good, and they, I know that. And it's just all that effort is wasted.
Yep, completely.
So here we are.
Go on then.
Yeah, we got 3 really obscure ones this week.
Really obscure.
So let's see.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, go on then. What you got for me?
Okay, let's go here. So, number one. You're going to want spellings and all sorts for this one.
Oh, fuck. Can you not make it easy?
No.
Right, go on then. This is going to be a palaver. This is going to be a half-hour job, isn't it?
This first one is going to be a palaver. We're going to be back and forth on this one. So
right, I read it all in one go. I'll
hit it in one go, and then we'll come back through. Yeah. Okay. So number 1. Later models of the Monteverdi high-speed 375C used rear lights from the Triumph TR6.
All right. I got later models and Triumph TR6.
Nothing in between.
No.
There was quite a lot of detail in between those words.
Right, let's break it down, shall we?
Yeah, let's start again. Okay, so you got later models of the
yes
of the Monteverdi high speed. That actually was its name. 375C.
375C.
Yes.
Okay, so and you're on about spellings. So Monteverdi. So Monte.
Monteverdi.
I got it right.
Well done.
Were they trying to do anything clever with high speed, or is it quite literally high speed as we know it?
It's just the words high speed.
Fine. 375C.
C.
Yeah.
Used rear lights from the Triumph TR6.
From the Triumph TR6. I remember that bit. Well. Okay, I've written that down.
This might be the first mention of Monteverdi on the podcast.
It might be.
I'm not sure, but I think it might be.
Yeah. And I do like those.
It's quite a thing.
I mean, when we're all done, I'm going to Google it because I think I know what it is in my head. But yeah, okay, that's fine.
It's quite a thing, and Monteverdi itself has quite an interesting story, which we will just briefly touch on afterwards. But yeah, it is quite a thing. It's worth looking up. It is worth looking up.
No, that's good. We like that.
Yeah.
However, but I'm not going to get drawn into the rear lights now because I'm pretty sure.
Well, no, you hurt your head if you get too close. You can't bang your head on the boot. That's no good.
Dear. Writes itself, doesn't it?
Does.
Yeah.
Here all week.
Because I mean, yeah. No, I'm not going to get into it. Because I know what a TR6 rear light looks like. Okay. Fine. Let's not get into it. Right. Number 2.
Number 2. During its development, the Jensen Interceptor project was codenamed Hirondelle.
Oh, blimey. I see what you mean about the spelling. So, right. During its development, the Jensen Interceptor. What did you say? Project,
I said, yes.
Yeah. Was codenamed. Codenamed, yes.
Codenamed? You went all northern there for a second.
So sorry. Was codenamed
Hirondelle. I will spell that for you.
Yeah, please, go on.
Yes.
As if it makes any difference.
Yes, it doesn't, as long as you can say it. H-I-R.
Yeah.
O-N-D-E-L.
O-N-D-E-L. Hirondelle. Hirondel. Okay, so I'll read that back to you. During its development, the Jensen Interceptor project was codenamed Hirondelle.
That is what I said.
That's what you said, and you chose your words carefully there to tell me that wasn't.
That wasn't an admission that is true or false. It was merely confirming that is what I said.
I see. All right. Okay.
And we love an interceptor as well, don't we? Let's be honest.
Of course we do.
That is also quite a thing.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest. Okay.
To be honest, I don't think there's any way you could know that. Unless you were a real interceptor buff, which you're not.
That's a wild assumption. All right, we'll come back to it. It's fine.
Yep. Okay. Number 3. There's going to be some more spelling issues in this one as well. The Covini C6W is the world's only 6-wheeled supercar.
Right. I mean, like I say, it doesn't really matter, but how are we spelling Covini, was it?
Covini, yes. C-O-V-I-N-I.
C6W, did you say as well? Was the...
I did say that is its name, yes. C6W.
Okay. And yeah, give me the rest. Make sure I got it down right. There's something about 6-wheeled supercar.
Indeed, the Covini C6W is the world's only 6-wheeled supercar.
Only 6-wheeled supercar. Okie dokie. Right, I've got that written down. The Covini C6W is the world's only 6-wheeled supercar.
Yes.
Right.
That's your 3.
That's my 3. So, what are we going to unpack with this nonsense? So, what are we going to do? Let's work it through in order, shall we? I won't go because I know I'm aware of the last one, but let's not get dragged into it. So the Monteverdi High Speed 375C.
Yes,
That one. Borrows its lights from a Triumph TR6. So Triumph TR6 lights. Well, I was going to say, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not going to help me. They are
No.
they're the rectangular ones that very soft rounded edges. Were they on a Monteverdi? So that is the question. The Monteverdi, were they on that?
Yes, you have redefined the question. Yes.
Oh, bloody.
Well, at least I'm glad to learn you're not a Monteverdi expert. Anyway.
No, not a Monteverdi expert. I'll grant you. But oh, bloody hell! It's like it's got all the hallmarks, isn't it, of being true? Because why not? This is overly complicated, this, isn't it?
Is it?
Because, well, it is, yeah. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to answer this question or not. And I don't know if it really affects the outcome of the answer either, to be honest. But
Okay.
because you specified C,
Mhm.
that feels significant, because I think there were various iterations of the car. I mean, when I say various iterations, really not. This is not a high numbers car. Was the C the convertible?
I believe that is true. Yes, I believe the C was the convertible. There was also an S, and there may have been others. Yeah, details are a little bit sketchy, but the C, I believe, was the convertible. Yes.
Okay, fine. So it's moving on to the next one then. So Jensen Interceptor, code named Hirondelle. I mean, maybe. It's possible, but I don't know.
Well, all three are possible.
Well, yeah, there is that. But I got nothing to work with there. There's I just don't know. I've never heard of it, but that means that's next to useless.
It's not terribly useful information.
No. All right. Covini C6W. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's true. The only bit that's throwing me off a little bit is it says the world's only six-wheeled supercar. It's like, well, I'm pretty certain it's got six wheels. It's it's an Italian thing. It looks a bit long and stupid, and I think, of all places, the extra wheels are at the front. which I don't know. I'm not an engineer, but in my brain you go, why are you putting the extra ones there? But there you go. That's okay. So it comes back to then these. I'm fairly confident enough to go and have a punt and go, right, well, maybe you've thrown me off with it not being the world's only one or something, but I'll take the risk on that one.
That would be a little bit mean, I think, to play tricks like that. I don't think that's entirely in the spirit of it. I try not to do things like that. That's
Okay. No, that's fair. No, I know we try and catch each other out, but that's probably a little bit much. But
that's a bit of a poke in the eye to do things like that. Yes.
So it's the other two, isn't it? It's like Hirondelle, no idea. Low volume sports car or Grand Tourer, I suppose you'd say Monteverdi was from.
Yeah, I would say so.
I don't know what we're going to say from. I don't know exactly the timeline. I would say late 70s, early 80s. A punt going from my mind what it looks like. But I mean that's kind of irrelevant. Would a low volume car of that nature borrow parts? Yes. Would it borrow parts from a TR6? Probably. I've got nothing to work with here.
I was hoping that would be the case.
So, the only bit that really worries me there, going, well, yes, it could borrow parts. Yes, from a Triumph, entirely possible. It's that bit. It's the C that bothers me. You've called it out.
Called out a very specific model.
But then we come back to Hirondelle and going, well, but I mean, I've never heard of it. It's like, well, that means next to nothing.
I don't think that helps you.
No, me not knowing doesn't mean a thing.
No. Going to be a guess again, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. There was something in there that's.
You're making all the right noises.
I am making the right noises here, and it. Why is that bothering me? I don't know. This. No. I'm overthinking. If I'm not going to say it. I'll wait until I'll give answers, and you can put me out of my misery on this and tell me if there's a. It's not sitting happy. I'm not happy. Okay. All right. Let's shit'll get off the pot, shall we? So Covini, true. That's in.
You're locking that in.
Locking that in.
Locking that in. Yeah.
Now the other two. What a bastard.
Horrible, aren't they?
I think. Bloody hell. Go on then. Monteverdi, true. Jensen, false.
Final answer.
Final answer. I'm basing that on the fact of despite my thinking around something Jensen, I think it's just nonsense in the noggin. I think yeah, lock it in. True, false, true.
Okay. Well, it looks like you have managed to continue our pattern. You are absolutely correct.
Oh, fucking hell. Skin of teeth and all that.
Damn you, sir.
That's...
Just when I think I've got you.
That's just... There's nothing to work with it. Yes, I knew about a Covini. I've got a rough idea of what one of those is. But it's purely like, I didn't know about that Monteverdi. I'm just going to go, well, a car of that sort obviously has got parts on it. And the other one was like, I've never heard of Hirondelle. But Can I put a but on that now? I didn't
Yeah.
want to sound like a knob, but there's something. Now this might.
I can explain it.
There's something in there, in my head, that says it relates somehow, but I can't remember why, to the
I can
Saint.
tell you exactly why.
Was it anything to do with that, or am I barking up the wrong tree?
There is a tenuous connection. It is total bobbins, but there is a tenuous. I can explain where the name comes from. I can show my working.
Okay, yeah, go on then. Yeah, put me out of my misery to see if there's even if I'm getting remotely near.
All right, we'll start with that one, and then I will talk briefly about the other two. So, the Jensen Interceptor project having a development code name of Hirondelle is total nonsense.
Okay.
But, and this is where it comes from, the later series of The Saint, starring Simon Dutton in the mid-70s, he drove a Jensen Interceptor. In the books of The Saint, he drove a fictional car called the Hirondelle.
There you go. There's that nonsense sat in there.
That's the link. How the hell? Well, I mean, you didn't really know that, but
I didn't. But as a younger man, I have read the books.
Swine. So yeah, he had a fictional car in the books. Obviously, the original TV series, Roger Moore drove a Volvo P1800, his own Volvo P1800, I believe. Then later on, Ian Ogilvy played the role, and he drove a Jaguar XJS Series 1. And then Simon Dutton, in the later series, drove a Jensen Interceptor.
And
that is why I put those two together and made some nonsense.
That's fine. I mean, I don't feel so bad because I didn't have a punt based on that at all. I kept that to myself. That didn't.
Yeah, because you might have
didn't feel right.
Way off. Yeah. So that is where the tenuous connection of that name was. I actually changed that question 3 times. Originally, it was going to be the Volvo P1800 development code name was Hirondelle, and I thought, oh no, because Volvos don't do names, they always do numbers. So I thought, that doesn't fit. So I switched it to the Interceptor.
Yeah, it's not a bad
thinking that was more plausible.
No,
I couldn't
really
use the XJS because we both know that was nonsense. So
yeah, that wouldn't have sat well, that one.
That wouldn't have worked. So I went with the Jensen, and you didn't know that was wrong, though. That was you didn't know for sure that wasn't true.
No, that only got the guess because I was like, well, I was, despite that Saint reference from reading a book probably 20 years ago.
Swine.
None of that was in the system to pick that because, if anything, that may well have backed it up in my head with it being such a tenuous memory.
Yes, that may have caused you to go the other way and think, "Oh no, that can't be. No, that's rubbish."
Oh, blimey! 14-12, sir.
Let me just touch on the other two, if I may, before we move on. So the Monteverdi is quite an interesting story in itself. I believe it was Peter Monteverdi was a Swiss.
Swiss.
He's Swiss. Yeah.
I would have had a punt on Italian. I'm glad that wasn't the question.
No, indeed. And he was a Ferrari dealer.
Oh, okay.
And had a big falling out with Enzo when Enzo said, to be a dealer, you've got to buy 100 cars and have them for your dealership stock, but you've got to pay for them up front. Monteverdi said, on your bike. and decided to close the dealership and decided to build his own car. And much like Mr. DeLorean, he put his own name on it.
Yep.
There were a number of models over the years, and you correctly identified, you deeply disturbed little man, that the C was the convertible of the group. There was a coupe, and there was also a very strange looking and very long saloon, luxury saloon as well, the 375/4,
Okay.
for obvious reasons, 4-door, very much in the sort of mold of the Aston Martin Lagonda, that sort of thing, but slightly odd looking, very boxy.
Yeah, I suppose it's that sort of time, isn't it? Because it's a bit like the Fiat Dina, same sort of era, similar styling.
Yeah, and not dissimilar styling with the quad headlights.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Because it's a nice bit of kit. Because the pervy little bit of me there, where I was like, oh, is it this one? That I'm sure at some point Jay Leno's done a video on him.
Oh, you probably right. He's done a video on everything.
I think he's got one.
Oh, that's entirely possible as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think.
So yes.
Yeah. So that might have been where that little nugget came from. But okay.
So
good
earlier
choices.
Earlier cars used rear lights from the Alfa Romeo Giulia. Later cars did indeed use rear lights from the TR6.
Oh, there you go.
You correctly identified that being a low volume vehicle, loads of bits and bobs from other manufacturers.
Oh,
yeah, because you have to, don't you? You'd never. It would be so expensive if everything was bespoke. You'd just never get anywhere. So there was that, and then the Covini C6W. You my research has suggested it's the only 6-wheeled supercar, and I must admit I can't think of another one. But you are quite correct. The 2 wheels are at the front, which is very, very strange.
Yeah, I can look it up now. Hang on.
You can Google it now. It's a very weird looking thing.
C6. There we go.
Without the 6 wheels, if it had just got 2 wheels, it would actually be quite a good looking car. But
it's a weird one, isn't it?
It's very strange. I don't know what the engineering idea behind that is. I don't know what advantages that might give it.
No, I got nothing on that, I'm afraid.
No, I can't think of why you would do that. But anyway, I
mean, it's interesting. I like that about it. But
it's interesting. It's different, certainly. But
it's a bit long, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit long. But it's going to accommodate a whole other set of wheels.
Yeah, you got a whole other axle in play. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it sort of pushes everything. Then if you put them at the front, it pushes everything else backwards, thus making it quite long for a sports car. Yes.
Oops.
All the advantages of a saloon, except it's not.
Except not.
No.
Except no boot and no back seats.
No. None of the benefits of having a car that size.
I'm making a wild assumption it might have a massive boot. But
let's have a look. Can I find that out?
Well, you find that out, and those were some really good statements. And statements aside, it was a really good spelling test.
It was, wasn't it? And typing and everything.
Oh, yeah. You tested all my skills there. Have you found a picture of the boot?
This is how it's described.
Oh.
Okay, being a mid-engine supercar, its storage space is not a prominent feature.
Okay, that confirms our initial thoughts. Yes,
I think so. Tiny little boot.
Tiny little thing. Yes. Okay. Very good.
There we are.
Now, do you fancy a little segue, as we mentioned, boots?
Well, why not?
So, a little pap shot of an upcoming Jag.
Ah, yes. Now, this has been doing the rounds this week, hasn't it?
Yeah, this was brought to our attention by our resident Midlands correspondent.
It was.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Yep. And
it was also discussed at some length by Mr. Porter on on X. Yes.
Yes, he had a little deliberation about it as well, didn't he? I did see that.
He did.
Let's face it, what they've gone and given you is a glorified porthole into the boot.
It's not the biggest, is it? And there is a picture knocking around, which I think Richard shared, of a Jaguar engineer who looks a lot like he's just smacked his head on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the ergonomics there coming into play, you see.
It's not the, it's the,
And I know we should probably take it with a pinch of salt, with it not being entirely the finished thing, but they're not going to re-engineer it that much, are they?
I wouldn't have thought. No rear window and a tiny, tiny boot. Now, of course, it is electric and it has a very long bonnet. It could have a massive storage space in the front.
Yeah.
We don't know that. So, there's lots they could do with that. So, don't know. But it doesn't look great. I'll grant you. So it doesn't look like a Jag. Well, not to me, it doesn't.
Not at this point, no.
No.
So when are we? Would you next year to see this properly?
Well, that's what was discussed originally, wasn't it? That it would be unveiled. Well, I think at one point they said by the end of this year, but that's obviously extremely unlikely to happen now. So
Oh no, you're right. You're absolutely right. We were told end of this year. Oh.
Yeah, but that was before the incident. So
yes.
Although I can't see that the incident would have affected that too much, but they might use it as an excuse to, keep twiddling with it.
I don't know if there's enough time to twiddle this in a good fashion. All right.
Yeah, you could argue you need several years to put it right, but anyway, we will reserve judgment. We shouldn't prejudge now. Come on.
No, we won't.
Guys, now
we
shouldn't prejudge.
We
should wait to the big unveil and we see the finished article.
Yeah, we'd be disappointed then. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get all angry about it then. Yes, exactly.
Oh, don't you worry. I'm ready. Yeah. But it's interesting. It's just like the plot thickens and not so far, not in a particularly good way. But well, like you say, we'll reserve full judgment until later.
I think is it the first time we've seen the boot open on it? I don't remember seeing the boot opened on any of the concept cars that we saw.
No, that's the first time we've seen the boot open. I'm almost certain. I think, if you recall, there was some cold weather testing when they took it proper north, and there was a shot of it with the rear door open, and they're like, well, that's a bit of a weird shape.
That's right, and you can see the rear door open in one of the shots. Yeah. But yeah, the near side rear door is open, and it is a bit of a funny shape, but it's only a concept. It's still in camouflage. It may not even have all its final panels on it at this point.
Precisely. Yeah.
So you can't read too much into that, I don't think.
No, and that we will hold on to our thoughts on that one. But yes. I mean, we could have this end of the year then, so that'd be cool.
If they stick by what they said when they unveiled the concept, they said we would see the final car by the end of the year. But as I say, there's been the incident since then, so they may choose to delay. I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet, have we? So we don't know. But they're obviously still fiddling with it, and somebody snapped a naughty picture of it. Now, do we think that's a naughty picture, or has someone at JLR said, "Oh, just leak these out with you. We could do to get back in the news with some, some product news rather than cyber attack." Because
you can't rule it out.
The other pictures we've seen of it, I think it was strongly suspected that those pictures were put out by JLR themselves.
Oh yeah. We said that at the time, didn't we? When it,
yeah.
And yes, entirely possible.
Although the engineer who smacked his head on the boot probably isn't too crazy about it. Although his face is blurred out. So,
God, he hit it that hard that it blurred his face.
Apparently, so really bad.
Blimey.
He caught it just wrong.
Oh no! I'm so sorry for the poor chap.
Oh, now my face has gone. Look.
Yeah. Deary me, that's bad.
Yeah, it is.
Here's a little nugget from this week as well. So this has been sort of very quiet, slipped under the rug. The Volvo has killed off the V90.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So the big estate that's actually not that big inside.
No.
Yeah, is
no.
more.
Well, there's the stuff's not been as good as it used to be for a while, has it? To be honest.
No, not at all. I've got. I can't be doing with it.
No, I can't say I'm too upset about that. I don't think it was particularly brilliant anyway.
No, I think that's fair. And it became a really pricey car.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they've done some weird things lately, haven't they? Like, not selling estate cars anymore and then reversing that decision.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, that would suggest it's not been selling very well. Or maybe they're going to put more effort into Polestar.
Who knows? I got nothing. But yeah, I mean, they're easily a 60 grand car now. At an absolute minimum.
Just wrong, isn't it, for a Volvo? Volvo estate shouldn't be that.
No, I agree. So what have we got?
I mean, I know it was always a quality product, but it didn't have the high price tag. That was the great attraction of it.
So, right. Oh, actually, that's interesting. No, I clicked onto the website, and they're saying, oh yeah, it has been discontinued, but obviously they've still got cars that are brand new.
Yeah.
Not...
You'll be able to buy them for ages.
Yeah. So you can't. The prices of these are ridiculous. So I'm looking through. They list their cars. So they've got electric, hybrid, mild hybrid.
Yeah.
So if we go, let's go mild hybrid, where V90 is not listed.
Okay.
So in there you've got V60, XC40, XC60, and XC90. So the cheapest you can get a Volvo without any trimmings of any kind is 36 grand.
Yeah, well, things are now, though, aren't they?
Yeah, and if I go into a hybrid section, right, so the V90 is still listed in here. Anyway, oh yeah, I was worryingly spot on, 60 grand starting price. For a car that is not brilliant.
But then the sort of average price now of a 5-door hatch is 35-40.
It's just, I mean, I can, a price point like that, you can kind of see why it was pulled, because the Volvos that have gone before it, granted they were never the cheapest car to buy, but
no,
they were at least good cars.
Absolutely superb, yeah.
But yeah, they've got bits and pieces from other cars and like engines from various other manufacturers, and like, this needs to stop, doesn't it?
not Volvo anymore, is it really?
Mm.
It's a real shame. And, you know, it's just, you used to know where you stood, didn't you, with the car market? You knew who did what, and you knew what you were going to get from each brand, and you understood their ranges, and they all had their strengths and weaknesses, and you just sort of knew what you were going to get. You knew, what was what, and you just don't anymore. It's all messed up.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, I was saying maybe we're just old and can't cope with the change anymore. That's entirely possible.
Oh, yeah, that's up there. That is, yeah. It's entirely possible that's done. So
that's in fact what has happened. Yes, but the car industry has changed, and manufacturers who used to stand for a certain thing don't anymore. I mean, case in point, Ford.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Here we go. I just had a thought. Right, you and I quite like a BMW.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule out having a BMW at some point.
Good. So this makes it easier to search. So, oh my God, yeah, why is this so difficult? I want to search for what? Just tell me how much the bloody things are. You can see an old man trying to use a website.
We'll leave out what we do for a living, shall we?
5 Series Touring. That I would say is probably V90 equivalent.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, the larger of the estates. Yeah.
So we just saw the starting price for V90s that's still on the website was 60 grand. So it's 5 grand cheaper starting price for 5 Series.
Yeah, that's the way you'd go, isn't it, now?
And that's why they're pulling the V90, I would say.
Yeah, it is, because who's going to have that over the Beamer? You're just not, are you?
No, okay.
You just wouldn't. You just wouldn't.
Not
anymore.
Let's be good.
You might have at one time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You might well have chosen, in fact, you did. You might well have chosen a V70 over a 5 Series Beamer at one time.
I've just for sort of options and such like, I've gone on to Audi's website and the new A6 Avant again.
Yeah.
250 quid shy of 55 grand.
There you go. So, you see, it's a fair bit cheaper, isn't it? It's a fair bit cheaper.
5 grand is noticeable.
Yeah, it is.
Let's face it.
On your monthly finance, because clearly no one's buying them outright.
But what I'm saying on these ones is like, if this is the car market, I'm just going to go with, right, not only are these 2 brands cheaper, but it's a better product these days.
Yes, I would say that's fair. They're both more interesting than the Volvo.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I would take an Audi or a Beamer over a Volvo these days, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
no question. Yeah.
So that's good. So I found the news article, we questioned it, and then we figured out why it's happened.
Yeah, it's too expensive and not good enough for the price.
Yeah, that's what happens if we read between the lines. I'm sure Volvo have spun it in some other way, but no.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not what they put on the website, but it is too expensive for what it is.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. Look at us go.
Oh, well, I'll have a Beamer and an Audi. Yeah, we did. Or probably a Merc. Yeah, we did. Yes, that's right. We've done some research that nobody wanted there and come back with some data, but that's good.
Okay, you did pose the question there of Merc, and I
what about a Merc?
I struggle with Merc these days.
Yeah,
I don't really know what they make models.
No, well, this is the problem, isn't it? You see, that was my point with Ford. They used to have such a well-defined range, something for everybody. And now, as far as I can see, they're making 5 different versions of the same thing. It doesn't make any sense at all. We don't want any of them.
No, we don't. Oh my God! Again, all of these websites are really weird.
Awful. Yes.
E-Class Estate. Oh, look at that. It's the same sort of price point.
Well, of course it is, because the German manufacturers are so obsessed with what each other's doing, they all end up making the same thing for the same price.
Yeah.
So,
but the thing is, on these Mercs, they look atrocious.
yeah, I'm not a big Merc fan. Well, classic Mercs maybe, but not more modern stuff. I've driven a few over the years, and I've never been a fan. I find them quite
underwhelming,
uncomfortable, and not particularly nice to drive. And yeah, I'm not a Merc fan. As I say, classic Merc. Yes, but once we're past the sort of mid-90s, really, I sort of lose interest.
Yeah, as much as I'm losing interest in this website, this is ridiculous. No one else.
Is it not a good one?
It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, no, it's all the price points are roughly the same, and they're all.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about their styling at the moment is a bit iffy.
Yeah, well, fortunately, it looks like BMW might be rolling back a little bit on their awful styling.
I'm hoping so. The one thing that I've started to see on the upcoming Mercs is this: the grille versus a straight line above it, and it's really weird. And I'm assuming it's like a continuous light bar. But it's got.
Oh yeah, that's very popular at the moment.
It's and what doesn't work in their designs is on lighter coloured cars. It's way too defined. I'd probably get away with it on a darker colour, but the lighter ones just look silly because it's like you've got this black bar, then body colour, then a big grille, then body colour. Like, oh, what is happening down here? This is dreadful.
Oh, it's too fiddly, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, not so good. Sorry, I didn't mean to go down a rabbit hole of moaning about Mercedes styling, but yes.
No, sorry, it was my fault. I mentioned Mercedes and sent you off down that road.
No, it's right to mention it, but it's I still don't want one. No, I mean
no.
We should.
No, I was just interested in the price really that they were offering.
We should be sad about a Volvo estate going away, but
it should be. We should be mourning the death of another cornerstone of the industry, but
I mean they are still making the V60. I will say that there's still an estate.
Well, that's good news. That's good news. Yeah, because we like an estate car.
Yeah. I just it's just a bit worrying, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I just don't know where we're headed.
I mean, I would say I worry for the brand, but they'll still sell all of the electric SUV TOS.
They will, and I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not very interested in any of it.
No, I don't want any part of it, because it's like no effort's gone in, which is a shame.
It does look like it, doesn't it? But we've certainly strongly established why the V90 is dead as a doorknob.
Oh yeah, all done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, that's a sad bit of news for us this week, but oh well, we'll have to get over it.
Yeah, I think so. We'll move on.
Before we wrap it up, I think we need to just sort out our lives and go, right, we did say we were going to talk about Bond and the new film.
Yeah, there have been some developments, haven't there? That we need to discuss. We didn't want to do it last week when we were feeling rough.
No.
So
no, and we're both woefully underprepared this week. So I think the tentative plan would be to do it next week, with the eye to get a little bit of research in before the event.
So it's primarily the various announcements that have been made regarding the writer and potential direction of story and things like that.
Mhm.
So
that's what we're aiming for.
We'll have a look into that, and we'll do you. We don't want to rush that. We'll do a proper feature on that because you know we are quite particular about our Bond nonsense.
Yes, quite.
Yes.
So let's attempt that next week if time allows. Otherwise, it'll just be the same old nonsense.
Well, we like to go to our strengths. Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.